Hey everybody, just wanted to make a quick video here of my DIY solar system. This is not really a explanation of step-by-step how to do it, but I just wanted to kind of give an overview of what I was able to do on my own for relatively cheap. And so hopefully this motivates you, inspires you to kind of start the process of researching and figuring out if this is something you can do. So basically I did a 10 kilowatt system, 30 solar panels for just around 5K after all the rebates and everything. So I used a lot of used equipment, high quality, but used equipment to keep my costs down. So let me go ahead and turn it around here. So I've got used solar panels here from Santan Solar. They're bifacial and they're split cell, heavy, but you know, state-of-the-art, high quality panels, but used, and that saves some money. But again, you've got the 30% federal rebate right now, and so you can get really good prices on panels as well with that rebate. So and then for the frame I used some well casing. I bought it from a well driller, I guess. He was going to recycle it, old pipe, galvanized steel, and I basically bought it from him, a bunch of 20-foot sections. I think it's about a 3/4 inch pipe here, and cut it in 3 pieces, and basically hung a string, you know, banged the pipe into the ground here as my lead, one on both ends, hung a string on both the top and the bottom, got myself a little line level, hung it on the string, make sure everything was level, and then at that point I started to bang the posts in, sledgehammer down about 3-4 feet into the ground, and had all my holes drilled for the bolts to hang the panels on. You know, made sure they were level. And at that point, you know, the frames, again, I had holes drilled into the frame as well. And basically just hung them with stainless steel bolts. Got the legs here in the bottom as well. Some of them I did kind of in the very end. I kind of experimented with that. Some of them I put like a third of the way up. But again, they're just free floating. Those ones I cemented in. Some of them, I wasn't sure if I was going to move it, keep it here, or move it, so I just, you know, I didn't cement them in. I did it afterwards, but and then the bottom here, so these are the bottom ones are actually free floating, so I can basically, it's adjustable, so I can lift this up and the legs will pivot out, and you know, for the summertime and the wintertime I kick the legs out and then the panel lowers. So those ones are kind of free floating. I attached them with just some rope here. I got some anchors in the ground and just kind of fed the rope through all the panels and the pipe, and then different points along the way I anchor them down. But that's about it. They're joined, you know, they each share a pan, like two panels share one pipe there. It was just easier for me to do it that way, otherwise it would have been a lot of pipe, a lot of cutting and drilling. But so I have them joined up maybe like 5 at a time, and then I kind of break them up into another section. I didn't want to hook up too many of them. Some of them I ended up cracking one of them because there's too much pressure as I was lifting. But so I gotta, when I lift it, I kind of do one panel up a little bit, and then work my way back a little bit higher. So one section at a time, because I obviously can't lift the whole section of them at once, but by myself. So, and I did this by myself. I ended up, you know, cracking a few panels here and there. I dropped the pipe on 1 or 2 of them, and drilling the holes I had to be careful, because, you know, I was kind of boring the holes up because it's a double panel of aluminum there, so I had to, you know, there has to be some leeway within the hole to allow the bolts to kind of line up. So as I was boring it out, I cracked a few of them, but they still work fine. But anyhow, that's how it goes. So completely adjustable, very functional. I'll show you underneath here. So I got all my wire. Again, I got 4 rows, 4 strings, I should say, 2 7s and 2 8s, 8 panels per string. And so I've got, again, 4 strings. I have 2 of these DC disconnect breakers. They each take 2 strings in them. So, and then I got my PVC pipe that I trenched back to the house. But very, very simple design. I got my grounding wire as well here. This is something I got on eBay. That's all the panels are connected all the way down with one of those grounding wires. This is a Grow Watt inverter. I got this at Signature Solar. This is a hybrid. It's designed. I don't have it. I don't have a battery system it can accommodate, but apparently the battery system that they use on these ones are high voltage, and the Signature Solar guy said they didn't have good luck with it. So it's basically a grid tie inverter, but it's technically a hybrid, but you know, I don't use it for that. But it's got an app and everything. I monitor all my solar every day, and I'm happy with it so far. So again, 4 strings coming back, tie them in, very easy, very simple design. Got my ground wire, got my AC outlet, AC disconnect, tapped into my sub panel for my pool pump. I used the breaker that I was using for my hot water heater. So yeah, it's pretty good. I got about, at best this summer, I got about 70 kilowatts a day out of them. And so very happy with the cost. Like I say, I did this whole system for about $5,000 after rebates. Last month I probably saved about $150 with power that I was using in the daytime, not using from my power company, and what I sold back to them. We do not have net metering, but they give us 7 cents per kilowatt. So those two, with those 2 savings, I like I say, I saved about $150 a month. So for the year, I might save about $1,000. So 5-year payback to get all of my money back. But you know, again, this is going to add value to the home in terms of whenever I resell it, the ability to say that, you know, last month my power bill for 3 cars, I have 4 electric, but 4 of us traveling in those 3 cars. But you know, so 4 cars, 3 cars, family of 4, 2 teenagers. I got a pool, I got 2 hot water heaters, 2 air conditioners. All that, my power bill was $180 last month, and that's the high. That was August. I think it was August or September, but we were still using air conditioning a lot. So yeah, that was August. So that was the peak. So to be able to say you got, you know, 3,500 square foot home and all those things for 100, so this thing will definitely add value in terms of resale. So to me, the payback is less than 5 years if you look at it that way. So, but again, I just wanted to make the videos to kind of, you know, say that, you know, here's an option. We can do this for really cheap if you have the time to do it, and take the cost of a, you know, $20,000 system, whatever it is, out of the picture. Remove that barrier and say, look, this is something that you can do if it's something you want to do. So for me, this, instead of doing some other home improvement, this is extremely valuable. I'm very proud of the fact that we're producing our own power. Now, we may not use all of it. We don't have a battery system, but I don't care if I use it, my neighbor uses it, or my school or hospital, it doesn't matter. It's all about trying to get to a point where you're producing as much as you're consuming. So, you know, if we can all get to that point and it's accessible and cheap enough where we, you know, some of us, more of us can do it, then, you know, we're going to have a cleaner environment, cleaner communities. And so that's the goal, to inspire, to motivate with, you know, showing you what I've done here, and hopefully it'll get people on the path to maybe trying to do it on their own. So I'll try to make another video here if people are interested in terms of the more detailed information about how I did it and what I used. So just let me know if you have any questions. Thanks a lot.